Our water heater broke down last month. It was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. Then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-616-8010. That's 1-800-616-8010. Again, 1-800-616-8010. Call now.
Did you ever look at the stains in your coffee cup and then realize that's exactly what happens to your teeth? Power Swabs is the 5-minute solution to get your teeth white without visiting the dentist. This is Ben Gordon with Power Swabs, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, all it takes is 5 minutes with Power Swabs. In 5 minutes, you'll see an average of 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. It's clinically proven to whiten natural teeth as well as caps and veneers. The secret is a tooth detergent that was developed by Dr. Martin Ginniger that lifts stains off of your teeth. Best of all, there's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you're done. To try Power Swabs risk-free, call 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140. I guarantee your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free today. 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-595-2614 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 595-2614 to take your call now. Call 800-595-2614. That's 800-595-2614. Again, 800-595-2614.
Start training for a new career in 18 days. National EMS Institute's innovative boot camp program will train you for a new career. Learn to respond to emergency situations and become a certified EMT in just 18 days. National EMS Institute guarantees 100% job placement. Visit www.nationaleMSinstitute.com to learn more about our 18-day boot camp, or call us at 1-800-497-6732. NationalEMSinstitute.com.
Stuck in a boring, low-paid job? By 2017, there will be a shortage of 2 million cybersecurity jobs worldwide. If you have a technical background but don't have a computer certification, you're being drastically underpaid. In months, you could be qualified for a new job in information technology, making real money with real job security. A new career is just a few clicks away at thecodeoflearning.com.
Bring the rain.
Rod Eccles.
And we are back. 603-835-3224. Once again, I want to thank Sabine for calling in and sharing her story. Before I get into my next story, let's hit the phones right away, because I know there are people out there who want to probably weigh in on a number of the stories that we've been talking about. 817, you're on the Rod Eccles Show. Go.
Hi, I'm Sammy, and I live in Texas, and I'm supporting Donald Trump for president. I have from the start, and I can't wait for him to get into office.
Hi, Sammy from Texas. And why are you behind Donald Trump? Now, understand there are a lot of people, obviously, behind the Donald. I happen to like him, love him as a businessman. I followed his business career since the mid '80s, and I think he's a brilliant businessman. But why do you support him making this transition from business to politics?
I like him because he's not a politician. I like him because he says it like it is. And I like him because so far he hasn't lied to us, and I don't expect that he will. And I like the change that he's going to bring to our country.
Now, a lot of people would say that would also be Ted Cruz, but Ted Cruz is more experienced in politics than Donald Trump. Now, frankly, trust me, I am not going down that aisle, because if you're dealing business internationally and dealing with foreign governments, you're dealing in politics as well. So, and Donald Trump is not a novice in that area, but he's not a professional politician, like you said. But because we have Cruz now, who's nipping at Donald's heels in some polls. So, what ways gives you more weight behind Trump instead of Cruz?
I live in Texas, and Ted Cruz has been a senator in Texas for a good long while. I've read a lot about Cruz's father. I don't like the fact that he calls Cruz the anointed leader of our country. And heaven only knows we've had too much of the anointed ones in public office. The only reason that I started this to begin with is because my friend said that the country was being run by a machine. And I thought, she's not right. So I started looking into it, and then I started following Mr. Trump and realized that we are being run by a machine. I think that Mr. Trump is going to bring us out of the machine age and bring us back to where the people actually have a say. I already feel it.
Do you find a lot of your friends and family are also supporting Trump?
Everybody in my family is, and even salesmen that come to my door, they get the Trump story, and several have said, I like this. We're going to vote for Trump. And if they come in my house, they're going to hear about Mr. Trump. My neighbors, they all hear about Mr. Trump. So I believe that we've got a movement going here.
Have you had a chance to actually meet Donald Trump yet?
No, I haven't.
Now, what is if you had to pick one particular plank on Donald Trump's platform that really got to you and spoke to you and said, this is the main reason for this guy, what is that?
The main reason for this guy, I'm voting for president. Of course, there's a lot, but I think it's because he's not a politician.
So he's anti-establishment, for one.
He's anti-establishment, yes.
And he doesn't sound like he's well-rehearsed and well-coached like most politicians.
I like him because he's not coached, and because he's his own man. He wants to work for the people in the United States. He's not working for a party.
Oh, he'd actually, party of choice doesn't even like him, so I guess he's not working for that party.
Yeah, party of choice doesn't like him, and the other side doesn't like him. So I figure we've got our guy.
Well, there you go. All right. So that's another vote in the corner of Donald Trump. Now, let me ask you, if this goes the distance and say Donald Trump does not get the nomination, let's say Ted Cruz or Marco Rubio even gets the nomination, will you then back whoever that Republican nominee is?
No, not particularly. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't vote for eventual nominee?
I wouldn't vote for Ted Cruz. I wouldn't vote for Marco Rubio. And at this point, I don't have another choice other than Donald Trump.
You don't have a second in line, so it's Trump.
No, I don't.
Trump or nothing.
Trump or nothing.
Now, what if the same thing happens in 2016 that happened in 2012, where a bunch of people who, a lot of people didn't want Romney, so they didn't vote for him, and Obama won by a measly 4 million votes. What if that happened?
Yeah, I would feel really bad. But I know that Trump is going to be our next president. I'm that secure in what I'm hearing from him.
All right, I appreciate your call. Look, I like the Donald.
Yeah, I know you do. I do too. And I think
hey,
he's going to be our president.
I like Cruz. I like, as I said, I like Carson. And there, I like a couple of others too. Some of them have already gotten out of the race, unfortunately. But we have what we have right now. But yeah, I'm glad to hear why people specifically like a particular. Now, if there's
Actually,
go ahead.
I haven't made a second choice yet because I'm that confident that Trump's going to be our president. If it came down to having to make a second choice, I would make that choice then and not now. And certainly I would not vote just because. I think you made a good point. We do need to vote, but I think that Trump's going to be our president.
Kind of hope we have somebody that moderates in the
yes.
That sounds like it might be Trump. To some degree, it sounds like it might be moderates, at least. I don't know about blue.
I think we're losing each other.
I think the Blue Dog Democrats might not be that behind Cruz as they are like they are behind Trump, but the moderates surely like Cruz, and the moderates like Trump. So, you might be right. It might be to the chagrin of the Republican establishment. We just might get a candidate for the first time in a very long time that the American people actually want and voted for. So I hope that happens. I really do. Thank you for the call. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you for the call too, Steve. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have another Trump supporter. We have, people who are behind Donald for a number of different reasons, but most of the time it seems to be that the whole notion that he's telling it like it is, whether we want to hear it or not. A lot of people, if there's one thing that people are not calling Donald, and this is not even from the mainstream media, they're not really calling him a liar. Now that's interesting. So what people like about Donald is that he's telling it like it is. That is the common thing. That he's not afraid to tell it like it is, whether we want to hear it or not. And believe it or not, whether we want to hear it or not, that is what the American public, generally speaking, wants to hear. They want to hear the truth. They want to hear. They don't want to hear platitudes. They don't want to hear from somebody who's telling us something that they think that we want to hear. They want to hear somebody like Donald Trump just get out there and say what we're thinking, say what we're feeling, and tell us the truth about the things that we may not be clear on, even if we don't like that truth. Americans still want the truth. If Donald Trump were to come out and say and be able to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, and he were to say that America, well, I mean, I guess he's really is already out there trying to prove that, but America isn't the greatest country on the planet anymore. Where everybody else is out there saying America's still the greatest, but Donald Trump proves to us that we're not the greatest anymore. Somebody else is. Americans want to hear that, and they want to know, well, what can we do to change that? And that's where Donald makes his point and his pitch.